Good evening, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, there's some Sanskrit terms that are in my head that I'd love to share with you because it very nicely follows in the last few videos that I was working on about feminine energies. But this is, we'll say, more of a unisex sort of energy. This energy that I wanted to talk about is called Sattva. And Sattva in Sanskrit is the quality of goodness, positivity, truth, serenity, balance, peacefulness, and virtuousness that is drawn towards Dharma and knowledge. Dharma and knowledge. So, Dharma being like our calling, and the best way to think of Dharma is a moral law combined with a spiritual discipline. Moral law combined with spiritual discipline. And if you haven't heard my Dharma lecture, I will actually put a link to it just under this, or one of my Dharma lectures, anyways, or presentations. I shouldn't say it's a lecture, it's a 5-minute spiel, right? But I will tell you, it will tell you about Dharma if you're unaware of that word. I think a lot of people have known that word, and perhaps less people know this word Sattva and this quality of goodness, right? This quality of peacefulness and balance, and this draw towards Dharma and knowledge, right? So, knowledge, there are some people who are really drawn to learning knowledge, and some people who are really drawn to practicing the knowledge that's learned. And that's a beautiful thing, I believe. And again, all combined in this whole idea of Sattva. Now, Sattva is this great space, and if you see a person who is demonstrating Sattva, you will also notice it's also, let's say, combined or followed with oftentimes this different energy, this spark in the person, this enthusiasm, this light, this flame. We will often say that that person's really got a light, or that person has really got this fire of enthusiasm or excitement, or just a charisma about them. And that word in Sanskrit is defined as Tejas. And these two often go together. So when someone is really wholeheartedly putting themselves into their dharma, their calling, their work, their direction, and combining it with knowledge and used in good ways, this is this combination of sattva and tejas. And so I found this beautiful quotation about tejas that I thought I'd share with you. It says, "Keep that flame alive and bright. It is a flame that burns without wick or fuel. It has no smoke. That light is your true nature. That light is Tejas." Now, no matter which language we think about this in, a lot of people will say, wow, that person just lit up when they were talking about this. Like anything that we're enthusiastic about, don't we just light up about anything that we love? We light up, right? When we're in love, we light up. But when we love, we light up even more, right? So that is felt. It's felt by ourselves and it's felt by the world around us. And it often combines a knowledge, right? So sometimes we love from a space of just truly wanting to give just because we can. It's just this space of love that flows freely, right? And we feel that there's no resistance to sharing that energy. And lots of people feel it in a room when we notice this, right? And I thought today, perhaps for 5 minutes after this video, you might think of these qualities of Tejas and Sattva and see, can you shine from this light of goodness that each of us has? And I would so encourage you to get into that space and feel it within yourself and then share it with whoever is around you. If you're on your own, share it with yourself and understand this is emanating from you. And you will notice that whoever is around you, whenever you are around someone, they'll feel it. And what a wonderful gift to share with all, right? So I thought I'd finish today with an unusual quote. This is a Japanese quote, but it so matches this thinking. And I want us to remember that there's so many languages that share the same experience and awareness, right? This overall consciousness that we're all sharing, that this is the Japanese quote that I felt kind of matched today's video. So this is actually called Wabi-sabi, and Wabi-sabi is a noun, which is standing for flawed beauty. Beauty that is imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. looking for beauty within the imperfections of life, being at peace with the universal cycle of growth and decay. And this is so important, right? Because I work with grief recovery, and this is that awareness of the beauty of it all, this entire cycle of creation, destruction. We might think, wow, destruction sounds so not good. Yet, that there's a placenta that has to be removed from a body after a mother has delivered a child, right? And here's creation and destruction at the same time, right? So, in this, if we can think about this, that these two are always related, and then bring in this experience of Sattva, this peacefulness, and Tejas, right? Which is this fire, which is this enthusiasm about recognizing that, wow, it does happen at the same time, right? This is how our life is. And if we can pay attention to our experience, both individually and collectively, we'll see that we are literally experiencing the same thing with this shared energy. I hope that you will reflect on that for 5 minutes and bring out your sattva. And I hope that you have a fantastic evening. I wish you a fantastic weekend ahead too. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great night, everyone.